Okay, more of Max Scott in about 20 minutes. So between then and now, we will continue away from football just for a moment because this weekend in Manchester sees Misfits Boxing 22 roll into town. Headline in the night. Shut the door. Headline in the night boxing is former UFC champion Darren Till, the legend that is, who joins us now. Darren, good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, mate. I wasn't a champion in the UFC, though I was just a title contender.
UFC champion Darren Till. Right, can you hold on 1 second, Darren? Billy sacked. Sorry about that, Darren. His former UFC should have been champion, Darren Till. How's that? Hi, Darren.
Hi, mate. You okay?
I'm good. Thanks so much for coming on. Listen, we're excited about the weekend's boxing. You must be as well, right?
Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, I'm excited.
You took a please, can I just say, please watch your language. We dumped that one, but we've only got one dump left, all right? So just be careful. Kids are listening, Darren.
Sorry.
That's okay. So listen, tell us about the weekend. How's the preparation going for that? How confident are you? Tell us a bit about your opponent.
My opponent, I used to watch him when I was a kid. He was a Strikeforce champion and he was a UFC world champion. He's been around the game a long time. His accolades speak for themselves. He's still got what it takes to beat any man on the planet, especially inside the ring and an octagon. So I took it very seriously. My camp's, as every fighter on here probably says, gone phenomenal. So it has, yeah, it's gone phenomenal. Just all the cliche things to say, innit, really.
Yeah. Oh, great, Darren. Listen, wish you the very best of luck, pal, as well. And I'm always fascinated by this whole Jake Paul scenario, the way that he's marched into boxing and clearly has marketed himself brilliantly, and there seems to be more hype around his fights than anything else on this planet. If he takes on Gervonta Davis, which apparently is the one that he's now going for, is he got any chance in that fight whatsoever, Darren, in your opinion, or not?
He shouldn't have, but it's the circus at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah.
Boxing, so who knows? There could be a conversation under the table to say, I honestly couldn't tell you. He shouldn't beat him. He definitely shouldn't beat him. Is he good enough? He's got skills. He obviously works hard, but the circus is upon us, and I'm a big part of the circus, innit? Do you know what I mean? So don't be upset when you've invited the circus in and we're all walking around looking like clowns, especially Turkey as well. Turkey said he'd never entertain the ideas, but now he's entertaining it, so
yeah.
Seems to go back on the models.
What Jake Paul obviously does by having these, if you call them fights, is focus the attention well and truly on boxing. You're involved in it now. I think I'm right in saying the last time you were involved in MMA was a couple of years ago in 2023. Have you turned your back on it permanently now, or do you ever expect to see yourself maybe back in the octagon one day?
Just depends. It just depends where my life goes now. I'm earning a lot of money with Misfits. They're putting on big fights for myself. They got Luke Rockhold in, so it just depends where my life goes in the next 2-3 years with them, whether I end up fighting Jake Paul or something like that. It just all depends, if I make enough money and I just want to get out of here and just live on a villa sipping sangria somewhere. So, I don't know, we'll see. I would like to probably go back. I feel like I didn't finish my time there, but it just depends.
How do you think the public view Misfits boxing? Do you think that you need a couple of decent fights under your belt to then step up to, I say, normal boxing, but you understand where I'm going with this, right? Is it a platform for people like you, do you think?
I wouldn't step up to normal boxing more and get paid $5,000 off to be a pro. I'm earning absolute fortunes with Misfits, so I'm happy where I am in the circus.
Really? You make that much money in Misfits boxing? There's no need for you to step up to professional boxing?
Just bought an apartment in Dubai. Misfits are paying well.
Oh, wow, okay. What's your plan? I mean, it's playing really well. So what's your plan then? Is it like 3-4 fights, or just see where this one takes you?
This is my last fight with Misfits, but because I've been so consistent with them, everything they've asked of me, I've done. This is my last fight on my contract, so I'm sure they're going to come back and offer me something, bigger and more interesting. Bare Knuckle have offered me. Jake Paul's promotion offered me something. I've had an MMA organisation offer me something, but to be quite honest, I'm happy with Misfits, and I'm sure they'll give me a big offer after this fight. So
the bare knuckle is what James DeGale's just signed up for. Is that right?
I think so. Yeah, he's fighting one of my friends, Matt Floyd.
Yeah. I mean, that looks absolutely brutal. That does. How old? Do you mind me asking how old you are, Darren? I don't have it in front of me.
32.
Oh, so he's still incredibly young, then, right?
Yeah, very young. I think the bare knuckles probably when you get to like your 40s and that you've spent all your money and you just want to I've lost to that. That's how I see it anyway. And I'll be there because I'll definitely have spent all my money.
Yeah, I can imagine. You and me both. How different is the training for a UFC fight and a boxing match?
I think the training's easier to train for as a boxer. I think it's less taxing on the body, but I think as a fight, I think boxing's a much more dangerous sport because, and I've had this argument. Well, no, I haven't had this argument because I don't argue with idiots. But basically, 12 rounds of head trauma in boxing is just constant punches to to the face and to the head. And obviously, over time, if you have 10, 20 pro fights, that can create, we know the term CT. Whereas in MMA, it can be stop-start on the ground, a lot of grappling involved. It's usually one-punch knockouts because of the smaller gloves. So I've been asked this question. I think boxing's the more rigorous sport to fight in. I think MMA is the more harder one to train for.
Yeah.
Do you think boxing is a lot more dangerous than MMA?
100%, because MMA, you get kicked in the legs, but leg damage doesn't give you brain damage. It's the 12 rounds, especially when you see at the high level, your Canelos and stuff like that. Or if you go back in time to the 90s, some of the best fights ever produced. It's just 12 rounds of constant punches to the head. Your eyes are closed. You're getting knocked at the top of the head where the equilibrium is, and that's what's caused most of the CT. So, as an MMA fighter and a bigger MMA fan, I have to go with boxing being the harder sport to fight in.
Yeah, I agree with you. You get knocked down in boxing. You might even get knocked out, but you're standing up, you're going on adrenaline. You don't have the opportunity to do that in UFC. If you get knocked out, that's the end of the fight. Listen, I know, I was going to say, I hope that doesn't happen to you. I know it won't the weekend. We wish you all the very best.
Yeah, best
Darren.
of luck, Darren.
And thanks so much for coming on, pal.
Thank you. Appreciate that, guys.
Thanks, man. There you go, Darren Till. I mean, we're talking about tough cookies, by the way.
Maybe it's the term misfits.
Yeah, I think that is.
Surely you'd have thought that
it doesn't sound as great as it should do, does it?
No.
Because it sounds like they're all misfits, but they're not. These are proper athletes,
proper athletes who are really trying to put on a proper show as well. And I just think maybe that term, I mean, if it had been called something else, it might make it more popular than it is.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
Although I did make a mistake calling him former UFC champion.
Yes.
I say I made the mistake. And just, how do you spell P45 for Billy? P? 45, yeah. Let me go and speak to Billy. I'll be back after this.
AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.